Hey Grizzlies, it's May. This is your May newsletter, and I need to go over a few things that are going to come more at the end of the month, and I've been waiting to get some decisions made about a few things. So I'm going to go over the newsletter with you, which you've probably seen already, and then I'm also going to mention a couple other things that we have going on this month as we're just wrapping up, getting ready for the end of the school year. I can't believe it's going to be June next month. It's crazy. So you can see in our newsletter we've got Grizzly gatherings. So those gatherings are going to stop the second week of May. The third week of May we're going to have benchmarks happening, and then the week after that we're going to start meeting with parents for those final benchmark meetings, which that's all pretty straightforward. We still have grit if you want to drop into that. We're asking if you have any curriculum or books that you haven't really used, or that you're not. Like my wife the other day just told me, hey, I got all these books, I kind of don't think I'm ever going to use them, and is there a place we could donate them? And so we're going to have hopefully a curriculum closet next year, or just a giant bookshelf in a room, just where we can draw things for people. If you're not going to use it, we'd just like to have it back. Maybe some of the parent copies of textbooks and stuff like that. If you don't have any use for it, we'd be happy to take it back at those benchmark meetings. State testing is something that was, it sounded like we weren't going to be doing it at all this year, like district-wide, statewide, and there was a waiver filed by the state to the feds, and it got denied, and another one, and then it got denied again. And so there is a little bit of state testing going on this year, and so you should be getting a phone call about that from Carolyn Dunaway if you want to have your kids involved in that. We also had an opt-out form that we sent out already. If you'd like to know more about that, give us a call if you didn't see it in your emails. And so that's about it for the month of May. And now a couple other things that we're going to have going on. We're going to do forecasting this month. To kind of try to predict what sort of classes in person that you guys are going to want next year. And so look for a Google form that we'll send out by email and we'll send out by remind, and please fill that out so we can kind of start to get accurate numbers of what people are wanting. It looks like we're hopefully going to be offering more electives, and we're going to have more space next year so that our Grizzly gatherings can take up more of the day. And so we're hoping to offer, especially at the elementary level, a lot of really exciting electives. And then also we're going to be offering hopefully some electives and some core classes. I think it's our hope right now, and this is tentative based on what we see in forecasting, that we could offer science and social studies in person once a week for elementary school, and also hopefully, I don't know if it'll be the same core classes at the middle school and the high school level, but we're going to have a more robust offering next year. So if you're like, hey, you know what, for science, I just want you guys to do science for us every week and send them home with some other work to do maybe, we're going to hopefully put something like that together. It's still very early in planning how it's all going to work, but we're going to forecast for it this month. The other thing that we're going to be sending out soon is a fall order form, and so that'll come out this month as well, and you can just put into it the core things that you want for next year. So if you're going back to brick and mortar next year, that's awesome. We're glad to have you guys doing that. A lot of the families in our program are continuing next year, and we have a lot of new families coming in, and so we're going to send out a fall order form, and you can put on that form the core things that you need for next fall, like the day school starts, I need to have this. And some of the more exciting PE things and some of the more creative things that we do for electives, those can kind of wait until the fall and we'll order those. But the core subjects that you need for school, day one, like the math, the reading, the writing, the social studies, the science, we want to get those ordered over the summer. And so we're giving you a form, and we're going to want it back, first week of June probably. You'll give it to your teacher when you have your final benchmark meeting, and then from there we can make sure we have what you need on time, because last year there was a lot of back order and stuff. So look for a fall order form, and look for forecasting, and we'll see you at benchmarks in the next few weeks. And that final meeting, and we're going to have a lot of things to go over, and so really important that we have that meeting. We appreciate you guys so much. We're so glad that you've been a part of our program all year, and we're so glad that we're going to be together again next year with many of you, and also glad that many of you are feeling better about the pandemic, and I bet it was a really good year for your family to learn and try something new, and even in the adversity, make something good out of it. And we're thrilled to have you go back to brick and mortar. So we're just really thankful for this year, thankful for you guys, and are still here for you. If you need anything, feel free to call us anytime. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you later.